welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, consider subscribing to be notified whenever I upload a new video. Now, as the title reads, I'll be taking you through the process of applying for your social insurance number, also known as the SIN number. But first, a quick disclaimer. I am an international student and will be covering it from that standpoint. Also, I have another video covering why my first SIN application got rejected, and you can check it out right here. I'll also put a link in the description so you don't miss it. So, how to apply for your SIN number in Canada online? This process is actually stupid simple if you know exactly what you need to do. The first step you should take is to simply Google how to apply for SIN number. The results page that pops up when you search will look something like this. Just click on the first result you see and you'll be taken to a website that belongs to the government of Canada. On this page, you'll scroll to the section where it says applying for a SIN. And under that, you'll see the options to either apply online or by mail. It also informs you that if you are unable to apply by either of those options, you will have the option to apply in person, but I'm not going to get into that. One thing I can tell you is if you do not have a personal physical address and are going to need your SIN delivered to an address that is not yours, you need to apply by mail. So moving on, click on the button that says apply online for a SIN. You'll be taken to a new page that announces in bold letters, social insurance number application, opening bracket SIN, closing bracket. You would need to be a special individual to miss it. This page is broken down into 7 sections. I know that sounds like a lot, but once you get down to it, you'll realize it's no biggie. The first section is application type, where I expect you'll choose the first option that says first social insurance number, opening bracket SIN, closing bracket. The next section will be applicant's information. Here, you give your usual personal details like name, date of birth, the name of your parent or guardian, and the language of correspondence. Now, if you actually paid attention in that French class you used to take, this is the place to flex. One thing I would like to add under this part is you'll need to have a SIM card before you do this because it is a requirement to move forward in the process. The next section is applicant's gender. If you don't identify as either male or female, you need to select the X option. And also, if you're a twin, triplet, or any other multiple, you need to check this box. The next section to tend to will be the status, where you make it known whether you're currently residing in Canada or not. If you select yes, you'll need to indicate the type of primary document you'll be submitting with your application, which in your case will be a study permit, and you'll also need to give its expiry date. Under the same section, you'll select your applicant status, which I assume will be temporary resident. You will then move on to the applicant's birthplace section. Go ahead and fill in the necessary details at this point. After that, under the social insurance number section, you select whether or not you've ever had a social insurance number. My answer was no. If you've ever had one, you need to type that in. And the last section will be the mailing address. Now get this. All the information here is important, but if you happen to watch my video on why my first SIN application was rejected, you'll understand why, in my opinion, this is very key. Because without an address to send your SIN number to, you won't get it. So again, watch this video to hear about my experience with that. After you've made sure that you've given accurate information, you can read the privacy statement and check the box to accept it. Then click next. The page you'll be taken to will show that you've just completed 50% of the process just by filling that information in. The only 2 sections on this page are acknowledgement, where unless someone else is applying for you, you'll need to type in your full name, and the upload documents section, where you'll be required to upload 3 separate documents. 4 if the name on your primary document is different from the one on your secondary document or on your online SIN application form. Now, like I already mentioned, the primary document for you will be the study permit, and it must either indicate that you may accept employment or may work in Canada, or it must be supported by a confirmation to work off-campus letter given by the IRCC or CIC. The secondary document will be an official document that confirms your identity, and the acceptable ones are a passport or any Canadian government-issued form of ID like a driver's license or, in my case, a BCID. The third document needed will be a proof of address that shows your name and address. Examples of these are a letter or document from the federal, provincial, territorial, or foreign government, a letter or document from a financial institution like a bank statement, a residential tenancy agreement or lease, and a bill from, for example, a telecom or a cable provider, among other options. I'll leave a link in the description for you to do your own due diligence. That there is the full process of applying for your SIN number. You should expect to receive it within 20 business days. If you haven't received it after 25 and would like to follow up, you can contact the SIN program through this link under the applying for a SIN option. With that, we've come to the end of this video. I hope you found it helpful. If you loved it, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Until next time, peace.